Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Just a heads up, today, Saturday, September 6th, 2025, our NFL live stream will begin on Patreon at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 Eastern. Going to go over all the games, player props for Sunday. And of course, we'll do another stream prior to the Monday night football game, but we're off to a good start this year. As imagined, the Thursday game and the Friday game were about 59, paying tribute to Super Bowl 59. In the Thursday night game, Eagles got their 59th win over the Cowboys. And last night in Sao Paulo, the Chargers got their 59th win over the Chiefs. Of course, Chiefs lost Super Bowl 59. Eagles won. Eagles win Thursday. Chiefs lose Friday. And you got to love just the way they do it, too. Carl Sheffers. That was the ref of last night's game, which was on 59 date numerology. On a date that can be written 5/9. Carl Sheffers even equaled 59. That was in Corinthians Arena, which equals 79. Look up Corinthians 7:9 in the Bible. It's a verse about marriage. And we thought Travis Kelce was destined for that touchdown last night to get his 100th total career touchdown, rushing, receiving, and special teams. Sao Paulo equals 100, and it was a span of 100 days from Taylor Swift's birthday. We also loved Keenan Allen for his 67th regular season touchdown over Kansas City. Kansas City 67. It was his 60th in the regular season with the Chargers. Sao Paulo, Brazil, 60 the small way. Anyway, learn the way the games are rigged, and you can laugh at just how disgusting it is. And I want to share with you something major that I overlooked in the Thursday night ritual that has 1,000,000% everything to do with Kobe Bryant. They've been continuing to pay tribute to Kobe ever since his passing. And remember his death the Sunday before Super Bowl 54, where Mahomes went on his streak. His death had everything to do with Super Bowl 54. Kobe Bean Bryant, 54. Kobe Bryant, 41, like Super Bowl, dead at 41 on the Pope's 41st day of his age while traveling from Catholic Mass, dead on the anniversary of one of the football great coaches, Bear Bryant. Again, Bear Bryant died in 83. Kobe's death was synced with the Pope, who was 83 at the time, and helicopter crash equals 83. But anyway, but before we get into the major mind blow, look at the mockery in the lightning delay, you guys. I mean, I've always called Philadelphia the 65 city. It's because in Gematria it equals 65, and its date of establishment, October 27th, is the day leaving 65 days left in the year. The other year, you had the boy-in-the-box murder solved in Philadelphia after 65 years. Last year, the Chiefs lost to the Eagles in their 65th season. If you run it in reverse, Philadelphia equals 61 instead. Andy Reid got his 61st loss with the Chiefs, losing to Philadelphia's old team in the Super Bowl. But I caught this yesterday, Pat McAfee show on ESPN. If you saw Pat McAfee show yesterday, this is what he literally said. He said, "Shout out to the Doppler guy. He really knows his stuff. He predicted the lightning delay would last about 65 minutes as soon as it began. Talk about knowing your stuff." And I just thought, God, it's disgusting the way humanity is mocked. And it shows that not nearly enough people know this knowledge. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing this. I mean, it's just such a sick joke. And for anyone who says, well, how can you plan a lightning weather delay? Hey, go look up that mid-90s document from the Air Force called Owning the Weather by 2025. Not to mention, we've been talking about these lightning rituals with football games for a long time, too. So it started well before 2025. But come on, man, a 65-minute delay in Philly, the 65 city. Notice the current baseball series that just began with Philadelphia. You know, just to show you something. They come into the Philadelphia series yesterday on how many wins? Let's pull it up real quick. The Phillies series yesterday. Oh, the Marlins come in on 65 wins. What just happened? It's just anyway. It happens all the time, you guys. It happens all the time. So I want to recap the Giorgio Armani death, which was announced right before the 106th season began. And then I want to get to the mind blow real quick with what they did with Kobe in the Eagles beating the Cowboys on Los Angeles' birthday. Because, of course, Kobe from Philly made his name in L.A., kind of like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And remember, Kobe's death was perfectly synced with Will Smith, as well, as crazy as it is. But yeah, in case you missed this, again, Armani, the fashion designer, dead during Fashion Month, announced dead right before kickoff of the 106th season. Again, Gematria, the Kabbalistic practice coin numbers and words. You learn this, you see through the rituals in a major way. Giorgio Armani died on the 56th day of his age. Armani equals 56 when you run the alphabetic order forwards. The brand launched in 75, which was during the 56th NFL season. And remember, Super Bowl 60 at the end of this season will be the 56th of the modern era. Now, this was the 106th NFL season. And when you run the alphabetic order in reverse, Armani equals 106. And the Eagles, remember Armani's logo is the eagle. The Eagles began the season by winning their 106th home game in their division, the NFC East. So what a nice ritual to start the 106th season with Armani, whose logo is the eagle, is dead. And again, if you're new here, there are 4 base ciphers of the English language. So every word has 4 values. Armani with the alphabetic order forwards, 56. With the alphabetic order in reverse, 106. Both orders with numerology applied, 29 and 43, just using the alphabetic order. A is 1 up to Z is 26. Z is 1 back to A is 26. And then with numerology, applying numerology to each letter. And again, NFL 49, Eagles 49. Nick Sirianni got his 49th regular season win. I gave that one out for free in the video we did last week. Again, there's the Armani logo. He died in Milan. Notice the overlap with Milan and Eagles in the 4 base ciphers. Milan 49, Milan 22. In reverse with numerology, Milan 32, just like Eagles, triple overlap. And keep in mind, he died on 22 date numerology. Remember last year, the Chiefs lost with 22 points in the Super Bowl, getting their 22nd postseason loss. Also, if you look at the baseball games that day, the Phillies were playing the Brewers the day of this game. The Brewers stayed on 86 wins, and the Phillies stayed on 59 losses later that day. The Eagles, also from Philadelphia, would get their 59th win over the Cowboys and get their Super Bowl 59 rings. But the 86 stands out to me in light of this happening in Milan. Remember, the Eagles won their first Super Bowl. They did it 86 years after the national anthem was adopted, and Zach Ertz, number 86, scored the winning touchdown 86 days after his birthday. That whole season was about the flag protests. Trump took on the protesters of the flag on the 23rd of September, 23/9. The flag sewn in Philly at 239 Arch Street. 239 is the 52nd prime. They went on to win Super Bowl 52 in the year of the protests. Funny enough, Trump, who has the same birthday as the flag, June 14th, funny enough, the way the Super Bowl falls this year, it'll be 239 days after Trump's birthday. Donald Trump also equals 60, like it's Super Bowl 60. But yeah, Giorgio Armani, 215, that's the Philadelphia area code. Dallas 49. Remember, Barkley was a lock to get his 49th regular season rushing touchdown. In the first half, he had 49 rushing yards on 10 attempts, so he averaged 4.9 yards per carry. They got the Super Bowl rings, 49. This note was here before the game was played. Did I? Oh, yeah, I did put it in here. So, yeah, I mean, just think about how perfect this ritual is. And this is what we talk about year after year, just the rigged games, the numbers, the sacrifices. And it's just clockwork year after year. But here, this is the mind blow part. There's going to be some overlap here with the massive ritual of Jalen Carter spitting on Dak Prescott on Dak Prescott's mother's birthday anniversary. Remember, she passed by the numbers along with his brother. We covered those years ago. But Jalen Carter spit on Dak Prescott on Cowboy Carter's birthday. We covered this. There was something huge I missed, though. And just watch. Again, it was Cowboy Carter. That's Beyonce's 44th birthday. Spit 44. Jalen Carter, who did the spitting, was born on 4/4, whose name equals 44. Again, Beyonce's 44th birthday. Georgia, where he played college football, 44. Last year, Jimmy Carter of Georgia died 4 days after the Cowboy Carter performance on Christmas, and he died on Texas's birthday. And again, there's a lot more to that. Boys to Men performed at the beginning of the show. By the way, Boys to Men, Philadelphia connection. They do the national anthem. Philadelphia wins. Last night in Sao Paulo, the man who played the saxophone for the national anthem, he's from Los Angeles. LA goes on to win. And what was crazy is that guy with the saxophone, his name equaled 248. Yesterday was the 248th day of the year. That was interesting as well. But yeah, Boys to Men, 44. Did the intro. Remember, we end up with a 44-point game, 24-20. That's what the score was when the lightning delay happened with 4:44 left in the game. And, of course, Beyonce married to Jay-Z with the 4:44 album. But look at this, you guys. Kobe's team, the Eagles. Remember, Black Mamba equals 59. Black Mamba, the last star athlete to three-peat. The Chiefs are going on that three-peat that started, their dynasty, their dynasty of dominance since Kobe's death. But instead of Mahomes three-peating, his Eagles break it up, right? And look at this. From Kobe's birthday, you guys, from the day he was born, August 23rd, 1978, to that game that was just played with the 4:44 delay, the Eagles got their 444th franchise win since Kobe's birth. And again, is Kobe somewhere laughing? Is Kobe, if you guys have never seen the short film Black Mamba that ends with an exploding helicopter, Kobe has a big shit-eating grin at the end of that, and he goes, "Legends never die." You know what I mean? Remember, his last birthday supposedly is the day Angel Has Fallen came out, the movies, LA, the city of angels. Just makes you wonder. But yeah, Kobe also did all the 666 stuff. He had the 666 workout. In his 666th career game, he scored 81. Mark of the Beast equals 81, like Kobe beating Bryant. Lightning is associated with Satan. Satan comes to earth in a bolt of lightning. He does that in Luke 10:18, 1018. This ritual did happen on the day leaving 118 days left in the year. Similar number sequence because 0 is a null value in numerology. Remember, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania equals 118, like Los Angeles, California. And this ritual did go down on LA's birthday, the city of angels, when Satan is a fallen angel in the biblical story. But yeah, again, lightning is also 44, a lightning delay while the game's on 44 points, going with all this other 44 business going on. From Beyonce to Boys to Men. And Jay-Z with the 444 album. As we talked about, it was 274 days after Jay-Z's birthday. The Jesuit motto, Isus Hominum Salvator. Jay-Z's 55. Thursday's named after Jupiter. Jupiter is Zeus. Jupiter, Zeus, Jay-Z. Jupiter, a god to the Greeks. Those G's. Like gematria, like geometry. Gematria means geometry and language. God, heaven, Satan, all 55. Thursday Night Football, 257, the 55th prime. Lightning the other way, also 55. Jay-Z synced with his 55th birthday. The 444 Lightning lockout while his wife's 44 on her 44th birthday. And just, again, Lightning and Boys to Men, perfect overlap. Military, again, the military document, owning the weather by 2025, the military partnership with the NFL. Dak Prescott stayed on 213 touchdowns. The LA area code. The next night, LA wins with the lightning bolt on their helmet. I was cluing you guys into this before the game was played, if you watched even the free stream. And here's something else I didn't think about. Milan, Italy. The big death before the game. Armani the Eagle, Milan, Italy, 44 before the game. And the other way the NFL likes to play with people, the over-under for the game was set at 46.5, right? So at halftime, you had 41 points. TNF equals 41 like Dallas. The last time these teams played, the Eagles won 41-7 on Texas's birthday. But so everybody who had the over was like already counting their money at halftime because all you needed was 2 field goals, 1 touchdown. Any of those things were going to put it on the over, right? And they love to punk the gamblers like that. Because again, the odds of not scoring at least 6 points in the second half are like slim to none, right? But then in the whole second half, how many points are scored? Just 3. 41 in the first half, 3 in the second half. So it can sit on 44 for this ritual. And see, that's also the value of this knowledge. If you know gematria, you're like, wait a minute, a lightning break with 44, Beyonce's 44th birthday, the national anthem singer's 44. God, they could keep this game on 44 points. And that's a real-time bet option that's out there that there'll be no more scoring in the game, and that pays a ton. So had you bet pregame on the over, you're going, wait a minute, I see the ritual now. Let me get my money back because this is paying 10-1 for no more scoring in the game on FanDuel. Let me get my money back. Let's do 10-1 hedge bet right here. And again, you guys, knowledge base. And don't forget, the NFL just had that massive shooting ritual in the 44-story building where the NFL headquarters is. And they said the shooter's name was Shane D. Tamura, 44. Shane D. Tamura. You know, you see all these 44. If you haven't read my book, I have a nearly an 800-page book that I put out in 2017 covering the wealth of this knowledge. Huge chapter on rig sports. In that chapter, major section on Kobe and how important 41 was to his career. That was 3 years before he died at 41. But there's also a 100-page chapter in that book. Again, the whole book's about 800 pages about the history of mass shootings in 44. And again, Jessica Tisch, the NYPD commissioner, her father owns the New York Giants. So major NFL connection there. The lady doing the investigation. 4 killed, the number of death. Again, Dak wears 4. It's been faithful for his family, brother and sister by the numbers. On 4-date numerology, he loses by 4 after getting spit on by the man who played in Georgia, the 4th state with the 4-4 birthday. And again, last year when Beyonce did the Cowboy Carter performance, Jimmy Carter died 4 days later. Again, representing Georgia, the 4th state. And, you know, it's interesting. The first game on the slate on Sunday with all this Carter business, notice the games are going to be on 9/7, right? When Jay-Z signed Lil Wayne, it was a big 97 ritual once upon a time. They're both Carters. But 9/7 is Sunday's games, right, with this Carter theme. And the first game on the slate is the Falcons. The Falcons are the first game on the slate. And remember, last year, the game where Jimmy Carter died, Sunday Night Football, it was the Falcons, Georgia, playing the nation's capital, like Jimmy Carter was the president. They announced in the 4th quarter that Penix, the quarterback for the Falcons, the young guy making his early part of his debut career, they announced he's getting married to Olivia Carter on the day that Jimmy Carter dies. And then Jimmy Carter was the 39th president. And you might recall at the end of that game after the Commanders won, number 39 for the Commanders runs out to the field and proposes to his girlfriend for marriage. So you get 2 marriage type of stories, engagements, paying tribute to Jimmy Carter in one game on the day he dies. And again, I gave that one to you guys for free before the game too. I said the former coach of the Falcons, who now coaches the Commanders, was Lock City for the 54th career win. And he got his 54th win, and there were 54 points in the game. So, yeah, again, this is what we do, you guys. Big live stream today. It'll be in a little less than 6 hours. I'll be on the grind trying to get through all the player props for the whole league for Sunday. It's a lot of work that I put in. Just so you guys know, the new pricing this year, $5 tier only gets you Friday content, live stream, and notes. $11 tier gets you all notes 24/7, 365. I do this work 365 days a year. In a leap year, 366. You get the notes all 7 days a week. You get the live streams Monday through Friday. The $20 tier gets you everything plus all the NFL exclusive live streams and the weekend streams, and also a chance to win yours truly's money. We do a cash giveaway every single week to the top finalists in the contest. We've changed the contest at times. For a while, it was top 3. We went to top 6. We're going to do top 5 for the opening week of the NFL. It's prone to adjustment, but yeah, we've been doing these cash giveaways now for going on 2 years, and it's a fun contest, and it's just trying to get people a little friendly competition and a chance to win their Patreon money back, plus a lot more. So, yeah, if you want to be part of today's NFL stream, you will need to be on the $20 tier. If you just want the notes, the $11 tier will work for you. So, yeah, we'll leave it there. I'll see you guys at 3 p.m. Pacific. That's 6 Eastern, almost 6 hours from now. I'll be on the grind until then. Thank you again to everybody who hits the like and the share and who supports the work. Shout out to John Mendoza, who comes with the 444. Yeah, indeed. Indeed, John. Thank you. And Open Up said Randy Moss rings the bell, completing his cancer treatment. Another 44. Is that right? And he used to play up in Minneapolis on the 44th parallel. And we all know what just happened there with the Catholic school thingy. I wrote Randy, Minnesota. Randy Moss. Where's Dante Culpepper? Cancer. Let me see. Charlotte's Atrium Health. Yeah, we're going to have to look at that. But yeah, just another big, there's something major going on with 44 right now in the NFL. Jimmy Carter did leave office 44 years ago, 1981, the same year Beyonce was born. Interesting. All right, guys. I'll see you on the Patreon a little bit later today. But yeah, for all the people out there that think these sports games are real, show them what they did with the 44 and 444. And again, Kobe's team, 444th. By the way, about the Kobe thing, I should also make the point. I mean, I made it the other day. Remember, Beyonce got her 24th Grammy the day that Kobe died, who finished his career wearing 24. The winning score was 24-20. And remember, the winning field goal, the Eagles game was played on 58-date numerology. Kobe Bryant equals 58 as well. The winning field goal was I guess it wasn't necessarily the winning, but it was the final field goal. It was a 58-yarder. Notice the longest field goal in yesterday's game was a 59-yarder on the 59 date as the Chiefs went on to pick up their 59th loss. So we got a 58 for the long on the 58 date and a 59 for the long on the 59 date. But Kobe Bryant, 58, right? And he played for the Los Angeles Lakers. Again, a reminder, the word star is 58. Plural stars is 58. LA's the city of stars. Stars all over the sidewalk. The zodiac is made up of stars. Calendar is made up of stars. We're on the Gregorian calendar. Anyway, the calendar is based on the nearest star, the sun. Kobe died on a Sunday. Sun 54. Kobe Bean Bryant 54. And 135 like fly, Eagles fly. Okay, but yeah, that part's also important about the significant 24-point win, 58-yard field goal for the 24th points, just for the 444 delay, where the Eagles, Kobe's team, get their 444th win since the day he was born after winning Super Bowl 59, and they did get their 59th win over the Cowboys, who have a star on their helmet in the game. All right, that's all for now, Truth Seeker. I'll see you guys on Patreon later. If you want to join the Patreon, the link's in the description of every video. And it is patreon.com/Zachary K. Hubbard. An easy way to find it, if you just go to Google and you just type Patreon and you just type Zachary K. Hubbard, that would be the one. The one that says creating knowledge, truth, and gematria awareness. And yeah, again, thank you to everyone who does support the work. Till next time, Truth Seeker.